I am the Humble Seer.
Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So I'm going to do a past, present, and future on Jay-Z the rapper. So we're going to pull some cards on his life, and then we'll pull a card on his mother and father, and then relationships. So we're going to do a young boy, his teen years, his 20s and 30s, and then his adult life, and then what his future looks like. And before I get into that, what I'm getting is that Jay-Z is a persona. And his music really tells you a lot about him. But it's not what you think, right? What I'm getting ready to say. So he is not the bad boy image that has been put out there. He's not. He dibbled and dabbled in, I'm seeing, in the selling of drugs, but he was really more of an intellect. He was not the person that has been put out there. But in his music, so let's get back to that. In his music, he tells you that. He tells you the truth of who he really is, and it's up to you to do the research. But really, it's up to you to believe what you hear or what is portrayed. The persona is what I'm getting. All right, so let's get into the reading. We're going to pull a card on, him as a young boy, just a little child, then his teen years, his 20s and 30s, and then his adult life, and then his future, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so this will be his, as a young boy. This is his teen years. I'm hearing that he was quite smart. This is his 20s and 30s. When he was growing up, he was a very good student. That's his 20s. So the boy, the teenager, 20s and 30s. This is his adult life, what he currently, and this will be what his future holds. And I did a reading on Beyonce, and I talked about them having multiple affairs in this marriage, and that is what I see. I see him having a relationship with Sierra. I see him having a relationship with Rihanna. All right, so let's get into it. This is the young boy. Okay, so the young boy, we have the hermit. Isn't that interesting for a young child? And the hermit represents loneliness, solitude. The hermit is betrayal, dishonesty, standing alone. This is how he felt as a child. And I see his mother very heavy in the picture, but I don't see the father all that much involved. Now, a mother, if he didn't, mother and father are whatever they are. So sometimes people don't have their blood mother and father with them, or maybe they have only their blood mother and it's not a blood father, or, whatever. But they'll always have a mother and a father figure. But I feel like he has a mother in his life, and she does the best that she can, and she does love him and dote on him. But he feels, for some reason, he feels like he needs to be in solitude. He's alone. And I feel like, okay, the reason is the mother was not in the house a lot. As a very young boy, he was by himself. I guess they call them latchkey kids. He didn't have his mother around that much. Okay, this is his teen years. Okay, his teen years, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about partnerships. It's good collaborations. It's riches. So in his teens, he's becoming successful. And I would see that in his later teens, okay? So he's making a name for himself, whether it's in the music industry, in the major music industry at this point. I don't see that, but I see that he's rapping and doing things, and he's got the world in his hands, and he has confidants on his left and his right, and that is something that he likes, is to have confidants. So his teen years are good. He's hustling. Now, he wasn't an attractive young person is what I'm getting, and so he had to use other ways to for romance and for people to pay him any attention. He had to use his intellect, and I see that he whispered a lot. Like he wasn't loud. He wasn't loud, and I don't see him being loud to this day. He's very low key is what I get. Okay, this is his 20s and 30s. Okay, now we have the Four of Swords. And this is quite interesting, and I do see where this is going. So the Four of Swords is fear, it's anxiety, it's stress, it's feeling overloaded, mental overload, needing solitude. Here, as a little boy, he had solitude, but now in his 20s and 30s, he's looking for it. And here's the reason why. You see the knives, the swords there, right? That are going to, that could fall into his body. This is not literally, of course. But as I was saying earlier, or maybe I don't know if I did say it, he had a persona that didn't live up to what he truly was. And people that actually like were out on the streets dealing drugs and doing that, they don't like that people are viewing him, or the industry is pushing him out as this drug dealing bad dude when he's not that person. And the people that are actually doing that and living that life are resentful. It's crazy. I know they're resentful. So he has some sleepless nights because he knows that he's not that guy. But again, the music is revealing. You have to really listen to the words. Okay, this is his current life, his adult life. Okay, it's the Nine of Swords. Now, this is where we start to talk about his relationship with his wife, Beyonce. And it's filled with problems. I did a reading, I think it was early last year about them. And it was the same. I pulled this card. And there's just problems in that marriage, in his adult life. He's a rapper and he's known for that, but it's not like that's what he hangs his hat on at this stage. So his adult life is rife with, problems. People around him, I'm getting are disrespectful to him, and he's losing grip. And so he's having sleepless nights. He's not that person. He's not the person that people used to look up to, is what I'm getting. The respect is slipping, but it was slipping here, right? It was slipping in his 20s and 30s, but he had a hold of it. Okay, this is what his future holds. All right, his future is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is about death. It's destruction. It's quick moving. It's aggressive. It's shaking things off, or I should say trying to shake things off. So his future is filled with that. And I'm going to say death. It's filled with death. Now, death is a couple of things for him. It's filled with his career just, flatlining. It's filled with that. It's filled with him losing people, death of loved ones. And that's going to put him in a place of deep sadness. It's going to cause sadness. It's the death of his marriage, because it is going to take its toll. It's a death with his wife. His wife is going to prosper and be pretty fantastic for many years to come, Beyonce. Him, not so much. And we'll have to see what else that death wants to tell us as it relates to his future. Okay, now let's get into, let's pull a card on his mother and his father, and then any romantic relationships that he has, or he had or has with his wife, Beyonce. Okay, that's his mother, that's his father, and that's his relationships. So let's see what the cards want to tell us. Okay, so his mother, again, it's the happy squirrel. Okay, we're going to go with the depiction, because the life that he had with his mother was good. It was happy. It was a good. He loves his mother. Okay. So the mother demonstrated good things in his life, happiness, and loving and caring of him. Okay, the father is the hanged man. And what I get here is what I believe I said. The father was not in his life. And when he was, it was not good. It was not a good relationship. It was very tough. Now, his love, his romantic life is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is charming, romantic. They're faithful, idealized things. They're rose-tinted glasses, loving intentions. Now, that's how he is in relationships, but it's also how he is with extramarital relationships that he has outside of his marriage with Beyonce. He's like that with his wife, but his wife knows who he is. His wife is clued into the man that she married because they married for business purposes. So that's a little bit about Jay-Z, his past, present, and future. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do consider liking, sharing, and hit that subscribe button and become a member. Become part of the Humble Seer family, the Humble Seer community. And if you appreciate what I do, consider buying me a coffee, and that will be in the description box below. Until next time, you take good care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.